Every April, all roads lead to Bontoc, the geographic center of the Philippine Cordilleras. This capital town plays host every year to the one huge and spirited party that unites all 10 municipalities of the Mountain Province. Barlig, Bauco, Lasao, Bontoc, Natponi, Paracelis, Sabangan, Danga, Sagada, Tagyad. All celebrating, dancing, mightily, freely to the syncopated beat of the gongs from the golden hours of the morning up until deep into the night. This is the pride of the Mountain Province, our very own Langay Festival. It has always been a celebration of the culture of all Imontañosas. To visitors, it is one of the first things to know. Imontañosa means people of the Montañosa. Montañosa, meanwhile, is the endeared other name of the Mountain Province, a land of fierce history.
For the Langay Festival, it is unique because what we are trying to diminish, what we are trying to foster, what we are trying to preserve, what we are trying to share is our way of life, which could not have become unique had we been colonized by Spain. If there is a people in the Philippines who were never subjugated by the Spaniards, it is us, people of the mountains, people of the Cordillera, and that is why we have the unique culture to diminish, celebrate, and preserve.
The people of the Mountain Province has another name, Igorot, a name formerly linked by outsiders to being inferior or uncivilized. Today, the word Igorot is a badge of honor, a name we proudly associate with our uncompromising resistance of Spanish conquest. Spain's forces failed to establish a stronghold in this mountainous region. The villages were defended by highly skilled headhunters for many centuries. At the turn of the 1900s, Spain ceded the Philippines to America. With this development came the calculated penetration of American rule into the land of the Igorot. The Yankee courted the Igorot's complete trust by letting our forebears continue with their traditional lifeways. The traditional life of the Igorot went on for decades, except for headhunting, which was outlawed by the Americans. The belated coming of foreign influence explains why the Mountain Province continues to have a firm anchor on its indigenous culture up to the contemporary times. More so, because an entire generation of indigenous knowledge holders are still alive and active, and now they are one of the most important participants in every Langay festival. In many ways, the Langay Festival is an initiation of sorts to the current generation of Imontañosa children. Foreign guests appreciate this thoughtful adherence to indigenous ways.
It's really impressive. We really like it. It's unique. And thank you so much because Lang Ai is very unique.
This year, the festivities opened with a ceremony that is both exciting and solemn for two reasons. One, as this is the commemoration of the 50th founding anniversary of the province, and two, as it is also the time of inaugurating the Governor's Memorial, with a humble monument built bearing the names of all deceased but unforgotten provincial governors.
So matata nga Lang Ai Festival, pag nag-celebrate kayo iti Foundation Day, makita ko iti ragsak, iti tunggal maysa. Naragsak kayo. No adda iti maysa, nakararagsakan nga lugar, iti Mountain Province. Kat no adda iti ragsak, ada iti singing, ada iti dancing, playing of instruments, nakabado tayo iti inted ti Apo, God-given nagito'y nabal. And of course, ada iti makan. Awan ti celebration, no awan ti makan, part na diay. And Lang Ai Festival.
And so as a chairman on the Committee of Agriculture, I now formally and declare this agro-industrial trade fair open. Sesame. Thank you.
With the Lang Ai Festival officially open, many people flocked straight to the agro-industrial fair where the best agricultural products and handicrafts of the Mountain Province are displayed for sale. Lang Ai has always been intended to be a convergence festival, with its roots traced to the acknowledged founder, the late statesman Maximo Dalog Sr.
When I was governor in 2005, we came up with a program. And when we had a meeting of the chief of offices and other sectors of our society, as to how it was called Lang Ai, in the meeting it was agreed that it should be Lang Ai because the meaning of Lang Ai denotes merrymaking, at the same time sharing what you have to others.
Today, what started out as a simple get-together of the province has grown fuller with the added support from the private sector. Pau Dipalog Tumapang, who has been leading the private sector in upping the ante for Lang Ai for several years now, is this year's festival committee chairperson yet again.
Lang Ai to me is Among. Among, in English, coming together as one. Because Lang Ai is the time for all the mountain province to come together, all the different municipalities, all the mountain province from outside mountain province to come home and celebrate as one.
And what a festival it is! Several events enlivened Lang Ai Festival 2017. These are the Cultural Exposition, the Igorot Showdown, the Ethnic Fashion Show, the Indigenous Cookfest, Lang Ai by the Street, and the biggest Pattopan. Indigenous games, street dancing, and cultural presentation. And the most awaited Gangsa Night. For the cultural exposition, delegates from the municipalities of the Mountain Province present skits, chants, dances, and songs. The performances are stylized capsules of our ways of life and are a very good introduction to the basics of Igorot culture. During the cultural exposition, visitors are highly encouraged to talk to the culture bearers after the show so they can understand deeper whatever snippets of Igorot lifeways they may see during the performances. The Igorot Showdown, meanwhile, is a lot like modern singing and dancing contests, where performers do their thing up on a stage and are subjected to several numerical criteria for judging. The only difference, perhaps, is that the songs and dances, no matter how modern, are still rooted in the traditional.
Đơn adilay nan bababasang nan iyutukan tay kanan đơn. Kapapay adis nan yakaran kanunay kanan. Kananan kalitong kanin.
Modernity and tradition also marry during the ethnic fashion show. Cordilleran fashion designers, artisans, and models all collaborate for a celebration of Igorot fabric and ingenuity. As the Langay Festival draws on, we see more and more of the material culture of the Kaigorotan. We are also given a taste, literally and figuratively, of our ever-evolving cuisine during the Indigenous Cookfest. Langay by the Street, meanwhile, brings the best merienda of the Mountain Province literally out in the streets for everyone to partake of. For what is a fiesta without good food? The biggest draw of them all is the record-breaking Biggest Patopat. More than 4 feet in length, this huge patopat was cooked by Bontok Ilis Inina or matriarchs and shared by all locals and visitors who dared come near amidst the street hullabaloo. In truth, the participants did need all that carbo loading, all in preparation for the highly anticipated Indigenous Games. In the lineup of games was Ag-Agtu, Kadang-Kadang, Papsi Manok. Sangkor. Uyod. And the Pagpagtuod Wanga. This last one is the tame version of the old Bontoc game, where boys from the villages of Kidlaa and Choryaa would hurl river stones at each other from either side of the Chico River for fun and to hone their skills in warfare. In the past, it is believed that for every time you are hit by a rock, the bigger your wound is, the bigger your kamote harvest will be. In this present version, in lieu of stones were bags of mud in colored clothes. The games would end soon as it began, perhaps to keep the people excited for more in the next edition. The most important part of the Langay Festival every year is the street dancing and cultural presentation. Here, all municipalities of the Mountain Province fill up the main roads of the capital town in an organic and earthy street pageantry that summarizes what the uniqueness of the festival is all about. Where the entire Philippines would have fiestas prone to overused shouts of Viva and erupt in high-energy beats of the drum, lyre, and bugle bands, Langay street dancers would have none of that. In their hands are not drums and lyres, but gongs. On their lips are not the Spanish Viva, but shrieks and smiles, the true spirit of Langay. This is the day when Langay's crowd is always at its most insane level of thickness. This crowd would follow the dancing parade all the way to the Provincial Plaza, where everyone awaits the cultural presentation as prepared by all participating municipalities. There is high energy all around, rubbing off even to visitors who have come from far and wide across the globe. They have definitely not traveled in vain.
We were very proud and very happy to come here. Yeah, we want to see the festival since we were in Italy, so we had a long trip to arrive here. So thank you for the hospitality. Yeah.
Really interesting, very, very beautiful, wonderful. And you, sir?
Many pictures.
Okay.
It's great, I love it.
What's your favorite part of the show?
The parade at 8 o'clock. It was the best, I think.
It was great, very fun, people are very friendly and great dance. We can understand the story even it's not our culture. And some people were very good at acting and they share their emotion and what they are doing, and it was really great. Yeah.
We did our best. Iti pagkaamok, dagyan ng buyan, no, ibaga nga successful or what, thank you. But kanyak, as governor, that mayat dito nga masuportar, mayat nga maituloy, ito may dagiti anak tayo, kat han nga mapukaw na ito actually, ti kultura tayo kat ninuno, ang gana idi day tayo, namana day ta. Kat iti lang ay iso lang ti mang ipakitaan tayo, mang ipabuyaan tayo nga si bibiyag pa lang dito nga kaugalyan tayo. So han tayo nga pukawan. So agtuloy ko man ita ang gana.
The climax of every year's Langay is the spellbinding Gangsa Night, where the resounding beat of the gangsas and solibaos are the only accompaniment to the riotous and carefree dancing. Everyone, and we mean everyone, cannot pretend to even resist this festive ritual. In the Mountain Province, this is how we party.
I have seen spontaneity. I have seen cooperation. I have seen unity in diversity. And tonight, we have seen how people from different cultures, how people from different perspectives, how people with different backgrounds can come together and dance a common step. This we have demonstrated tonight.
The Langay Festival has been fulfilling its promise of bringing Imontañosas closer together as the years roll forward. In the future, it is hoped, the festival will go on with the gongs beating louder, the communal ties getting better, and the dances reaching fever pitch, sending energy and warmth to the farthest reaches of our beloved mountain province.